Hey, how's it going, traders? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. So it's been quite some time since I last uploaded a video, and that's because if you've been trading actively on the markets like the last 3 or 4 months, you would have noticed like the markets have changed a little bit. So I've just been trying to adapt really the last few months, and made a few changes to my strategy to, as I said, adapt to the new ways. So as you can see straight away, I'm using a new platform now. I'm using cTrader. There's no real reason really, but I find that it's just like more cleaner than TradingView. And you might notice here it says demo, and that's because I'm still using MT4 on my phone to execute the trades. So what I'll do is I'll go through all these pairs here and set pending orders. Like I've got this trade on now, and all my pending orders will pop up down this order list, and then I'll just go onto my phone on Sunday night when the market's open and just input all the orders I have on here. So that's just like the way I prefer to do it. So I'll do my analysis. It's Saturday today, so do all my analysis, set all my pendings, and then when the market opens, because for some reason you can't set pendings over the weekend on MT4, so you've got to wait for the markets to open. But at least then I've got all the data here, all the orders. I can just get my phone up and just type in all these orders. But anyway, before we start this episode, I just want to run over a couple things. So I'm now using 4 exponential moving averages. So I'm using the 200, the 100, the 50 and the 28. And I'm also only using pending orders now. So I'm not manually executing the trades. I'm setting orders and just leaving it. And the risk to reward is quite similar now. If you watch my previous videos, you've probably seen that I used to go for like 1 to 5, 1 to even sometimes 1 to 8 risk to reward. And these days, because the market's just like the way they're moving with my old strategy, for some reason most trades would go to like 1 to 2 or something and come back to break even. So now like I said, I've changed my strategy up, and now I'm looking for like 1 to 1s, 1.5s or 1 to 2s. Now that might seem like a hard way to profit over the market, but this strategy seems to have quite a good hit rate. But anyway, before we start, guys, let's this trade I've got on. So as I said, ignore the lot size, 0.05 lots. This isn't the trading account I'm trading, the demo, as it says here. I've got this same trade on my phone, on my real account. So what I'm doing here is, if I take the trade off a weekly time frame, I'll only look at the weekly. So this trade here was taken from the weekly. So I'm not doing the monthly because I'm kind of trying to day trade and more like intra swing trade as well. So monthly is more like a long-term trading for me, and I'm not really into that. So I'm doing the weekly, the daily, and just the 4-hour. So if I'm doing the 4-hour, I'm just looking at the 4-hour. I'm not looking at like the daily and that and see what's happening there. So whatever time frame I execute the trade on is the time frame I'm just going to be looking at for that trade. So this trade here, for instance, is based off the weekly time frame. As you can see, we've got the 28 and the 50 EMA here for resistance. So I'll just zoom out here to the monthly so you can see it a bit clearer. But we had this resistance level here as well. So I was looking at that. And going back to the weekly, we had this Fibonacci as well. So when I pull my Fibonacci up, we probably notice something else as well. I'm also using the 27.2 now, which is quite a good confluence. So as you can see, we had a few confluences in this area. So I'm only taking trades with like 3 confluences. So I don't need any candlestick confirmation because I've already got like 3 confluences in this area. So I'll just set my pending there. Because this is based off the weekly time frame, you can see I've got 73 pips stop loss there, which is quite wide, and target in 114 pips. As you can see, my target here on this wick region here. So you have to bear with me, guys. I'm still getting used to this platform. I've only been using it for like a week, so I'm still trying to find out where the tools are and that. But yeah, my TP here is just before this wick region. So what's that, like 1 to 3, 1 to 1.3, sorry, risk to reward. So I'm just looking for like quick moves and just to get in and get out really. So this is the trade I'm in. Just going to be leaving this for the next week and seeing what happens. But let's move on to some other pairs and let's analyse these pairs. So moving on to pound CAD. So we've had this big impulsive move here the last week. So what we can do, this last high low here, put on a Fibonacci. So as I said, I'm looking for 2 or 3 confluences in an area to take a trade. I'm just staying on the daily time frame here, seeing what else lines up. Yeah, there's no real key level there in that area. So what I'll do then is I'll drop down to the 4 hour. So I'm using, as you'll see as we go along, black charts and white charts just to like mix it up a little bit. So the 4 hour time frame, let's put this Fibonacci back on. So guys, I'm still using psychological levels, round numbers. You can see we do have this 1.74 level here. Just change this to white a second. And you can see when we get to this level, we might have the 50 EMA as well as the 200 to back up this trade. So this is a potential pending order we can set. We've got the 38.2 fib, we've got this 1.74 key level. Just zoom out. So a few touches in its past, but because we know it's a round number, it's a psychological level, we do expect some sort of bounce from this. And also lining up the 38.2 Fibonacci, and hopefully we can get this 50 EMA lined up with this by the time we reach this area. So this is a pending order that I'll set. So I'll do it just before the 1.74 region. So this is the thing I like about this platform, guys. You can just drag your stop loss and your TP and look up and eye up things with the chart. So in this case, I will go with a 50 pip stop loss, and I'll target TP1 would be 50 pips, and then TP2 would be 100. So what I'll do here is I'll set 2 orders, one just above the other, just in case the other one doesn't get triggered. And that's that done for that pair, guys. So very simple. If price comes into this area, we've got a nice setup here, 3 confluences to take this trade. So keeping things simple as always. So yeah, let's move on to USD Jpy. So let's start with a weekly time frame here. See what we can see. So we do have this 0.1.2 of this trend line, so I'm still using trend lines the same from wick to wick. This could potentially, let's put on this Fibonacci. This could give us a good setup, guys. See what else is in this level. Right, so straight away we've got this wick region here. We've got the 61.8 Fibonacci. So my preferred Fibonacci's now are either the 38.2, or if that fails, if price breaks past the 38.2, I will take the 61.8. And you can see by the time we get back up to here, so this trade ain't going to be ready for like a couple weeks maybe, or even like a month. But by the time we get back up to this region here, we'll probably have majority of these EMAs crossing as well, the 61.8 Fibonacci and this wick region. So we'll be able to take a swing trade, intra-swing trade possibly from this level. So let's just go set a pending. As I said, just before these levels, 50 pip stop loss, and target in this region here. So a nice 1 to 2 trade there if we can get that pending to trigger. So moving on to USD Cad. So I'm just trying to pick out the best plays here, either on the weekly, the daily, or the 4 hour, and just see what I can see. So daily time frame. Just put this Fibonacci on. So see, we had a nice rejection there from the 78.6, which also lined up with the 1.33 level, which is also this key level here. So this would have been a nice trade. So we could potentially take this trade again and fill in this wick, retest this 78.6 again. So we could have a nice couple confluences in this area. So what I'll do is set a pending just before that wick there. Stop loss, 50 pip stop loss. Target. So I don't want to be too ambitious with my take profits. So you can see we do have this region up here. But what I'll do is I'll close 50% of my my trade at 50 pips. So what I'll do is I'll set another order, which will then target this region up here with a 50 pip stop loss as well. So that's how simple it is, guys. And once you've got all your pendings on, your stop losses, your take profits. One second, I've just got to put my laptop charger on. Yeah, so once you've set all your pending orders, obviously you've got all your TPs and your stop losses in place, you can just leave it. So that's another great thing of using pending orders. So you basically take out quite a lot of psychological emotions. Obviously you still get psychological emotions like overtrading and stuff like that. But yeah, looking for like candlestick confirmations and all that, you don't really need to do that anymore. So yeah, I'm quite enjoying these pending orders. So I'm just going to leave gold for now. Let's go to CAD yen. So we won't go through them all, guys. I'm still looking at like maybe 15 pairs or so. But yeah, so starting with a 4 hour here. Let's put on this Fibonacci. So we are respecting this 100 EMA. See, once again, guys, this would have been a nice trade. You have the psychological level 79.0. You have this 100 EMA, and you also have this 61.8% Fibonacci for backup. So what we can do now, we can keep this Fibonacci on. Let's just mark out this key level here. You see this wick rejections here, so support, 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 support. So it's quite significant level. And you can see here we've got this 28 EMA and also this 38.2 Fibonacci. But if you go and get another Fibonacci and go from this point here back up to here, you can see it also lines up this new 38.2 Fibonacci. So this area here, if we can get a pullback into this area, so you can see we're still using market structure. This was the last lower low. Sorry, this was the last lower high, lower low. What did price do? Price broke above this last lower high, created a new higher high, so we can expect a pullback here to make a higher low before then price moving higher. So this is definitely a good region for taking a long trade. You've got this key level 38.2 fib, 38.2 fib on this bigger scale Fibonacci, and also following market structure. So I'd go in here. I'd probably use, let's just see a second. Yeah, I'd go about 7 pips above this new 38.2 Fibonacci. Something like that. Get in, because we've got these wicks here which we might reject. And let's go for a 23 pip stop loss, so we're below this wick spike here, and target this previous high up here. So yeah, that looks good. So we've got 23 pip stop loss, 30 pip TP. So guys, moving on to Euro Pound. So I think this is going to be the last pair that I analyse. So straight away, got this trend line here. Let's just see what lines up a second. Let's zoom out. Let's put some key levels on here. See what lines up. Key level there. Use that one there. We don't want two key levels too close to each other. So we do have this key level here crossing with this this trend line on this 4 hour. So what we can also do is put in this Fibonacci. Just zoom in a little bit. So guys, this could be a nice little intraday trade. So we've got this 200 EMA here, approaching this level as well. So the 200 and the 100 are the most strongest EMAs. So that's a nice confluence there. So we've got this 50% Fibonacci. But what I'm also looking at is this 61.8. As I said, if the 38 fails, the next Fibonacci I'm looking at is the 61.8, which will line up perfectly with EMA. And we might be able to get this third touch of this trend line. But by the time we get up here, we might have these EMAs coming down as well. So I'll go and set a pending order just before these levels. So at the 0.9030 level, 17 pip stop loss or so. So just above this 78.6 here. Targeting these previous lows over here. So a 17 pip stop loss for a 24 pip TP. So could be a good setup. So what I'll do then, guys, is obviously you can see these orders here. Is I'll open MT4 on my phone when market opens and just type in all these orders using 1% risk on each trade. So guys, that's a little insight onto my new little strategy. You can see a few things have changed, but I'm still using the trend lines the same. Pretty much the Fibonacci the same. The only things I've changed really is using the pending orders and using indicators, and obviously the platform I'm using now. But obviously you can do all of this on TradingView. I just like the fact that I can set all these pendings like this, the stop loss and TP like this, nice and fast, and then just copy all these on my phone. So guys, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. We're approaching 100 subscribers, I believe we're on like 98 now. So if you could help us get to that, it'd be really appreciated. Let me know what videos you want to see. Also, I'm going to be posting a video every week now before the market opens, so either Saturday or Sunday. But thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next video.